Hello everyone, Vince N64 here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we got our first Pokemon from Professor Oak, a Squirtle, which we nicknamed Sokka. Now I know what you might be thinking. Why did it take 2 episodes to perfect perfect how you say your username? No. What you might actually be thinking is, why is Sokka a higher level than what he was in the last episode? Well, during the in-between of the videos, I decided to train him up a bit, just so we were prepared for the upcoming trip. I go shopping in Pewter City occasionally. I have to take the Winding Trail to in Viridian Forest when I go. Viridian Forest, that seems like a place we have to go to. Well, now that I've had my meds, I mean coffee, that's what I need. That's what I need to get going. Is that a red box you have? Ah, so you're working on your Pokédex. How does he know about this? I thought Professor Oak made this. I thought this was exclusive to us. Oh well. Then let me give you a word of advice. When you catch a Pokemon, the Pokédex automatically updates its data. Well, we were already told this by Professor Oak, but this guy will teach us how to catch a Pokemon. Where this Weedle comes from, I don't know. But look at that sprite. I have no control over this. Wait, he has a potion and a Pokeball as well. Just one Pokeball. But I guess it's handy. You're catching this level 5 Weedle that's just hanging around on the street. I'm not sure that's completely safe with its stinger. A lot of kids could get hurt that way. But, gotcha. Weedle was caught. There. Now, tell me, was that educational? That was educational, was it not? I hate school. Here, take this too. I'll teach you. If there's something you don't understand from watch that, it will teach you about the basics of being a Pokemon trainer. But since I'm already telling you how to do that, I basically have no need to show you it. But it has a nice jingle. Alright, Route 2. Let's move on to Pewter City. Now, we can go through this patch of grass, but nothing really shows up. It's a random encounter, so we can go ahead and move on. What's here? Rattata may be small, but don't underestimate its wicked bite. Have you caught one already? No, I haven't, actually. Are you going to Viridian Forest? There's a natural maze in there. Be careful you don't get lost. Alright, this is Viridian Forest. Now, we must go through here in order to get to Pewter City. I came here with some friends to catch some bug Pokemon, and they're all itching to get into some Pokemon battles. Well, that's good. Now, what does this guy have to say? I was throwing Pokeballs to catch Pokemon and I ran out. And that's why you never have too many Pokeballs. That's a good thing to go over. If you ever play Pokemon, you should always have at least, well, a lot of Pokeballs with you. It's always a good idea to have it. Now, Weedle also showed it here, but I personally am not a fan of bug Pokemon, especially Weedle, and another Pokemon will show up. And oh, thank God. Poison Sting can inflict a status effect known as poison, and in the early generations, it is absolutely horrifying. It can hurt your Pokemon outside of battle, and it's just scary. So let's keep going through this forest, and we get to Pewter City. Oh, what's going on? Hey, you have a Pokemon, come on, let's battle him. Now, this is once again, the main gimmick of Pokemon. It's not just your rival that will be battling you, but in fact other trainers. There are multiple kinds of trainers, but we have bug catchers here, which mainly like to use bug Pokemon. Well, always. I've never seen a bug catcher in any of the Pokemon games that use anything but bug Pokemon. So, a bug Pokemon is a type, and there are 17 types that you need to know of when you play this game. There are 18 in total, but the 18th wasn't added in until very later into the series, otherwise known as Generation 6. This was Fairy type, and it actually changed a lot of Pokemon's typing. It was very confusing, to say the least. But one thing that I want to get over is that since this is the remake of Pokemon Red and Blue, there were a few types that were Pokemon move types that were changed, because in the original games there were Dark and Steel type Pokemon, and well, there were also types of that move. Well, okay, so Pokemon do tend to have like moves based on types. Using that type, they can use it on other Pokemon's types, making it either super effective or not very effective at all to it. And if it's super effective, it does ×2 damage. And some Pokemon have 2 typing, so if one move is super effective against both, it's ×4. This is very important. It helps with a lot of battles, and something you should easily go over whenever you play a Pokemon game. Since you can have 6 Pokemon, it's a great idea to spread out what you can get. Also, one of the things that guy used was a Caterpie, one of the new Pokemon that we haven't seen yet. Yo, you can jam out if you're in a Pokemon trainer. Yeah, well, what he's saying is, when you're in a battle, you can't run, but in a wild Pokemon battle, you can run, which is what this feature is here. It's very useful whenever you're alone and your Pokemon are very low health. Whenever your Pokemon run out, you basically get a game over. Don't worry, it's not bad. Well, it's bad, but it's not horrible. You don't have to lose the whole game. What happens is you'll lose some money, and you'll have to go back to the last Pokemon Center you were in. Your Pokemon will get healed, but you will also lose money and lose progress of where you last were. Of course, any trainers you battled will already be defeated. So it's a very forgiving gimmick, but losing Pokemon Dollars isn't very good. You can buy potions and Pokeballs with it for collecting Pokemon. So in Viridian Forest, there's actually a lot of Pokemon here that you can get, including the city's mascot Pikachu. It's a very rare find, and I personally don't like using Pikachu at all. It's a very good Pokemon. In fact, it was made stronger in the generations forward. Whew, level 11. Geez, Hucker, you're getting big. Now we have a special Pokemon right there. Now, that kind of seems like Weedle. Well, Pokemon can go through evolutions, and, well, this is why I hate Harden increases defense, but that's totally different than what we were talking about. So, once a Pokemon reach a higher level or receive a special item, they'll evolve into a more stronger form. It's very good, and, well, it's almost non-avoidable. In all the Pokemon games, you can always avoid it by pressing B. Huh? I ran out of Pokemon! And, of course, battling is the most efficient way to get Pokemon Dollars. Now, what we just got was an antidote, which can cure poison, which was just what I was talking about. And we could just cut through there, but there's a trainer up here that I want to battle. Snorkel's a bit hurt, and I don't want to head back to the Pokemon Center to heal up, because I don't want you guys to see that. But that'll happen a lot, so we can just use a potion, and we'll heal up 20 points, but that's at 17, so it can heal up to 20 of max HP. If it goes up to that, it doesn't go higher, I'm afraid. So it's so, well, you don't get overpowered at all, because HP is very important in the Pokemon games, especially since, well, in order to defeat one, that you have to take down all its HP, and if it's all the way up, well, that's a problem, isn't it? Alright, so I've been using Bubble a bit too much lately. I'll switch it up using Tackle. Now, one of the moves I got was Withdraw, which also raises defense like Harden did with the Kuna. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. I haven't really seen the anime in a while, so forgive me if I say anything wrong or you just don't like how I'm pronouncing it. But, of course, many Pokemon can evolve. There are a lot of Pokemon that don't evolve, but most Pokemon do evolve, whether in special ways or not. Caterpie can evolve, and evolve twice. Most Pokemon can only evolve once and then twice. So there's 3 stages of evolution for a lot of Pokemon, including all the starter Pokemon, which was Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. So it's very normal to see this go through. Now, Sokka ain't getting to his level anytime soon, but when he does, he'll grow into a very stronger version of it, and his appearance will change like it did with the Weedle to the Kuna. Alright. Oh boo, nothing went right. Alright, so we can now continue on with this forest. I think we covered a lot of things, so I'm not gonna end off the episode here, but let's try getting through this forest, and then I'll end the video there. But, like I said, if you get random encounters all the time, and this is a very good way to train, like how I did in between episodes. Why did I not want to show it? Well, it's literally just tapping a button over and over and over again. It'd seem like it'd be boring. Well, kind of is, but if you actually play it, it's really fun. Did you know that Pokemon evolved? I actually just went over that, thank you, but... Alright, so he sent out a Metapod, which would be the evolved form of Caterpie, which was what the other bug catchers were using. And, oh jeez. In Viridian Forest and a lot of other beginning forests in the games, the second stage bug Pokemon always use Harden to raise their defense, and which makes all physical moves do less damage, and it just makes fighting them really repetitive. On the bright side though, they give a lot of XP, which helps in leveling up your Pokemon and learning new moves, making them stronger and evolving them. So, alright. They got Caterpie. Now, on the side here, we can see what type of the move is and how much PP you have. No, I am not making a bathroom joke. That is actually what it's called. Many people think it's called PowerPoints, and that's what I think it's called. I don't know what other people think it's called, but you can obviously see that HP means health points. So I'm just going to call PP power points whenever I need, but we can just call it PP, and you will probably never ever hear it, because, well, you never really have to worry about it. It's kind of my problem that I have to deal with in this game. But once a Pokemon runs out of PP, they can't use that move. So using a move over and over and over again can lead to not being able to use that move, and it can be quite troublesome, actually. Now, luckily, after we beat this trainer, we're almost at the end of this forest, which is very good because this episode has been going on for a while. Ooh, Water Gun. Water Gun is very good for Squirtle, much better than Bubble. Now, as you can see on the side, you can see Power, and Power shows how much more damage the move will do. I don't really use Tail Whip like at all, so I'll switch out that and you learn Water Gun. Now that I've learned Water Gun, you'll probably never see me use Bubble again. Alright, Bubble is still a very good move, and I would recommend doing it if you're trying to weaken a Pokemon, which is one of the things that the old man didn't go over when you're catching a Pokemon. one of the things that you really have to take into consideration is how easy and hard it is to catch your Pokemon. Because it's not as simple as throwing a Pokeball. Well, this early in the game, it kind of is. But, if you weaken it, the greater chances it is to catch a Pokemon, which is amazingly good. Hey, wait up, what's the hurry? Why the rush? Ugh, I wish I was out of this forest. Radiant Forest is a huge pain. But can't you Sammy send out a single wheel? Now, like I said with Pokemon Evolving, Weedle and Caterpie share the same levels of evolution, becoming Metapod and Kuna at level 7, and its next evolved state, which we will probably not see for a long time, which will come up at level 10. And if you ever see these Pokemon, they give a lot of experience points, so... And there are trainers in the future that you can grind off of, but there's no way to grind off them now. I'll show you a great way to grind off trainers to level up Pokemon. And trust me, it's gonna be needed. But since we're out of Viridian City, that means all that's left ahead is Pewter City. Now that we're on our first city, I think we should end our episode here. And in the next episode, I'll be showing off the boss of Pewter City and also a optional boss that you can only do before battling the Pewter City gym leader, which is, well, with bosses. And with that saying, I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.